What's going on, everybody? It's Rob A, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm here with my brother, Tony. Say hey.
Hi.
And we're going to discuss the ever-growing, ever-evolving, strange tale of Cang Toys Thunderking. Now, this is a third-party Predaking that I've been following very closely since its iteration a few years ago. And it's changed quite a bit since the first time it was teased. Now, my brother has seen some of these, whether he knows it or not yet. I'm sure he'll recognize some of the pictures that I show him. But I just wanted to get like a second opinion to kind of have a little discussion about the project in its entirety and where it's going. And this is something totally new for my channel, so if you find it interesting, please let me know in the comments, and if you think it's terrible, keep it to yourself, because I don't care. Alright. Hi, Tony. Thank you for doing this with me.
Hi.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So, this is the ever-weird tale of Thunderking. And, so, this project was started, I want to say, like, 2018-ish?
Okay.
And maybe I should actually verify that. Let's see here. So the first actual like reporting on it, yeah, was June of 2018. So it's been kind of like going for a while. And originally it was started by a company called Toy World. I don't know if you're familiar with Toy World at all.
It sounds familiar.
They've done a couple of third-party figures. I know I have some. I don't know if you have some, but yeah. So basically, here's what they started with. And I'm going to show you. These are the first teaser images we got of this third-party project, okay?
Okay. So,
they can see it on my screen, but you can't quite see it yet. But I will change that in just a moment.
Okay.
So this was one of the first images that we got.
The little chibi line guy. Okay.
And then this.
And a rhino. And monkeys?
Well, I believe this was meant to be... I don't know if you can see my cursor or not.
Yeah.
Okay, this was meant to be, was it Rampage? The leopard or lion or tiger or whatever. And then this, well, obviously, Tantrum, the bird, Dive Bomb, and then for some reason Optimus Primal, just thrown in there for reasons. Now, I'm not sure what your initial impression is about this. About it, I guess.
I mean, the drawings are cute and everything.
Yeah.
They have an interesting kind of tribal style thing going on. This aesthetic they got.
Mm-hmm.
As far as it being just straight up Optimus Primal's face, I'm not thrilled about that. Like, that's weird to have the leader of the Maximals be a member of the Predacons.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very odd choice.
Look at that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on top of that, it's 6 members of what is traditionally a 5-member team, which is...
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I thought so too. I didn't have any problem with that initially, but I was like, what's going on here? with that. And then, so this was the...
Well, I'll just say it's the same thing with, I think it was, I believe it was the first Transformers animated, the one that followed the first movie, where they had the Constructicons, they added a member because it became the head.
Yeah.
Whereas traditionally that was just a piece that floated around until you transformed them.
Yeah.
So I was cool with it, you know, it was a smart way to integrate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Add in the pieces without them just being floating nothings.
I totally agree. And there's been, like, there's this, you know, a huge debate among the the Transformers community in general about the problem with parts forming, as they call it.
Yeah.
Where you just get a bunch of extra parts somewhere. And a lot of people are like, well, I'd rather have extra parts than have, you know, a stumpy looking combiner, you know. And some people are like, well, I don't want anything that has to go in a drawer when it's, you know, when it's not being used or whatever. So yeah, I totally get the idea of adding extra members to kind of fill out those bits. Yeah. So this is what we were looking forward to, and I'm not really sure how to sort that one out.
Well, that seems an easy fix of just when you finally make. I mean, we'll get to it. I'm guessing is the idea here, but when you finally make the figure, make it more of its own guy and not just Optimus Primal like that.
Yeah.
It's an easy fix.
That was the other thing. Like, we really had nothing to go on but these images. There was no other information was attached.
Yeah.
Other than this, which would have been interesting. And then they gave us a silhouette of what they said was going to be the finished thing.
Okay.
Which was... I don't know why that... I'm trying to open it, but it keeps wanting to open... There. Did it change?
No.
No, okay. Right.
Still just looking at Optimus singing, apparently.
So did you ever see Did you ever see that?
The Optimus?
No, the completed Predaking picture?
I still haven't.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay. No. I think from the brief glance I got at your folder, not to look ahead.
It's probably going to change a little bit.
Well, that too, but I think you showed me some of those, like the silhouette pictures, but I did not see these like chibi drawing guys.
Gotcha. I don't know.
Which again, it's cute. I can't imagine that's going to translate real well, but.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything situated here.
Eh?
So then, there was this, which I'll share over with you. So this was ultimately the silhouette that they sent.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good so
yeah.
far.
Yeah, so totally interesting, but you're like, it seems a bit departed from what we were initially looking at.
I don't want to say a problem, but the situation there is you're doing chibi drawings, so that's like saying, this person looks like Ron Swanson by showing someone like their Funko Pop version.
Mhm.
Like, there's no way it's going to be a direct connection like that.
Right. Alright, so after that, we heard that Toy World was basically going under.
Oh, okay.
So they had made they were working on a very ambitious project. It was like a Unicron, gigantic thing. And I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't remember exactly what happened, but for whatever reason, it did not. They just, I don't know, they split up. They went off to do their own thing. So this idea, design, whatever you want to call it, got sold to a company called Cang Toys.
Okay.
And so then they sent us the first actual image of their Rampage, which was Jeez Louise, man. Ignore all the things.
Yeah.
There you go. So this was the first the first thing we got. And actually, I think it might still have been under Toy World, because, yeah, it's still got the Toy World logos and everything. Revolt Gar.
Okay.
So this was the design that they had come up with. I think most of the designers, like the people that designed this, are still the same. I think it just got moved to another company. But either way, this is far from the chibi designs that we saw at first.
As I figured. Did they also work to? Did they also make Zoids?
So here's the thing. This is obviously very Zoids inspired. And you're gonna see more of that as it progresses.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, I mean, for somebody like me, that's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. With a few exceptions. There some design choices I'm like, it's maybe a little crazy, but overall pretty good. So then of course we had the robot mode design, and I thought it looked pretty good. So I was like, all right, I'm on board. I'm all in on this guy.
Trying to figure out some of the transformation here. It doesn't seem to be particularly complicated or anything.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but it looks very basic and very plain, but I also can't blame them since it's going to turn into at least, two other things.
Mm-hmm.
He seems a little stiff, so I would be somewhat worried about joints, but from what I can tell from even just the animal mode picture, he seems to be fairly well jointed. They seem to have taken that into account.
That's fair.
So hopefully he's as jointed as all that. And
then of course they had the comparisons to G1, the ever worshipped G1 designs, both cartoon and the toys. Granted, I'm sure he only looked like this in like 2 frames of the cartoon before the animators were just like, screw it. It was just like 3 circles, draw a cat face on it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll color it right if we have the time.
Yeah. I also haven't watched those cartoons in a long time, but I don't remember the Predacons being in it all that much.
They were not. They only showed up till like season 3, and then it was pretty bad. They were in Call of the Primitives.
Probably don't even want to get into that.
Anyway, yeah, so that's basically the what we were working with. And they showed off some other stuff here, but I guess it's not really too relevant right now.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, definitely a nice updated design, keeping some, similarities and everything without, sticking so true that they made it stupid.
yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. So then, we got our first, if I cut that. Now it'll come up. There we go. Sorry, every time I change it, I gotta switch over to switch which thing you get to see.
It's fine by me. Your viewers might not love the wait, but
It's all right.
I'm here.
All right, so then we got the first prototype
Okay.
for this guy, and I think it looks pretty good. Minor nitpicks, I would say. We got this weird long, like, thing in the back of the foot. Not really jazzed about that so much. But overall, like, pretty decent. Pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, I won't pick much at this. There doesn't seem to be a ton to be picked at anyway, but like you mentioned, the thing on the back of the foot, it's obviously like some kind of stabilizer, probably becomes his foot in the other forearm or whatever, but it's also a prototype, so they could still find a way of hiding that or something.
Yeah.
Flip it underneath the animal foot or back up into his hind leg there or something.
Yeah. And of course the robot mode with those big crazy feet.
Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, that is definitely what that was. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what that was then. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if they're made like that just to keep him stable.
I'm not sure, but thankfully that's not what we ended up with. So this is the finalized figure.
Okay.
You can see the feet are much more compact in the front, and they actually do fold up to the back of the lion mode, or whatever, tiger mode, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah. And then you were concerned about posability as well, looking at the original.
Yeah, even from that other prototype, I could tell that wasn't really going to be an issue. It's just the drawing, which that's why I didn't want to harp on it or anything.
Yeah, so at this point I was like, yeah!
Yeah.
Let me at it.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
And, we had a nice looking arm mode, I thought.
Wow, okay, yeah. What? Now, does he have added bits, or is that hand, like, in there somewhere when he's...
No, the hand is extra.
Okay. And that would be impressive if that wasn't. But...
Yes, I mean, there is a company that does that.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Mastermind Creations.
Yes.
They have made a Bruticus where all of the everything is integrated.
Wow.
However, the hands have kind of not super limited motion, but not the most movement.
It's usually a trade-off of some kind.
And the feet are pretty stumpy.
Yeah. Which is why, like, I give a lot of credit to, is it Mastermind, the other Predaking that's...
Yes, Feral Rex.
You have?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they smartly, they made it a thing like that attaches, but it's weapons and things. So it's not just something you'd stick in the drawer,
Right.
but it's also not something you have to like work into the animal.
Well, it's an interesting take they had for this project. So,
yeah.
then we have of course the line mode. And you can see in the back how the feet kind of fold up against the back of the
that's
leg.
what I figured.
And you got the proper digitigrade sort of bend in the back tiger legs. The back legs don't actually form the robot legs.
No?
The feet become the robot feet, but the entirety of the cat leg folds inside the robot leg.
Oh, I see. So like the upper hips there become like the shins. Or sort of.
They become actually the back of the thigh.
Well, yeah, that area is what I was getting at.
Yeah, so you can see back there.
Okay.
So you were talking about...
So yeah, definitely more complicated.
You were talking about the hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show off the hands here. All right, so that's the hand, obviously, for this guy.
Okay.
So what they decided to do was, instead of integrating it into one of the robots when it's not in use, they made it so the hands turn into a crab.
All right. I'm cool with that.
And that's pretty much gonna be the theme of this guy going forward.
Crabs?
Well, just stuff. Random stuff.
He's got crabs?
Yeah. So,
No, like, I think I might have preferred weapons to go on the tiger and be used by the robot, but a little crab buddy's cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing of it is, the size of this guy, that crab is not that little. Like, it's pretty big. It's bigger than a deluxe size Transformer is these days.
Yeah.
So then we had, it's a silhouette. People were judging the size of this thing. So, like, that's based on the tiger's size in arm mode. You can see over here, Masterpiece Optimus Prime. And then, of course, they showed off all the various weapons that would be split amongst all of these figures.
And it's gonna... Okay, yeah. It's gonna make a sword.
Yeah. Pretty hefty sword.
Yeah.
Pretty hefty sword. I think it actually shows some guy, one of the designers, holding it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And then they revised it and said, alright, well, we're changing the design a little bit, so the one on the left is what they originally showed, and they're like, well, now it's going to look more like this on the right.
Okay.
So, not a huge difference.
Slightly more chonky.
There are some things I'm not happy about with the new design. I don't like the fact that the head looks like it's buried in the chest or shoulders.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're not happy that he doesn't have a neck anymore?
Yeah. So I do kind of like the older silhouette as far as the heroic stance, whatever. But the new design obviously has a much larger torso and looks a bit more proportionate to me. Aside from the head being sunk into the chest.
Yeah.
But that's,
Yeah, that's probably the biggest nitpick I would have.
Alright, so the next one that was released...
It does make him look more... It does give a feel of more, like, feral and brutality, though.
Oh, for sure. Especially, like, the spikes on the hands now, and...
Yeah. But even just like the general beefiness and like with the head kind of being sunken, it seems more like a gorilla, and that kind of feel. So he seems more like the type that would just bash the crap out of you.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It's fitting for Predaking.
Now the next figure released was their Tantrum.
The bull.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get Tantrum and Headstrong mixed up because I'm not G1 enough, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not a purist.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Comments will rip you apart, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So this is Land Bull.
Okay.
He was released only a couple of months after the Tiger.
Okay.
Like the first 3 figures were shot out in a year, basically. So yeah, this is the bull.
Yeah, I kind of remember this now.
I'd say he's a adequately chonky.
Yeah.
Looking dude. I like the design. I don't know how you feel about it.
No, yeah, I'm liking this. I'm really liking this.
And very hefty figures. Like each figure is bigger than Masterpiece Prime, basically.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a sizable team.
Yeah, I'm not usually a fan of I just kind of have like the animal head just hanging out behind my head.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For him, it kind of works.
Yeah. Well, also it is part of the original design for.
Oh well, yeah, I know.
Predaking. So, I mean, they are keeping a little bit of reverence for the OG there.
Yeah.
For sure. And then of course there's just the solid brick leg mode.
Okay. I mean, that's... Okay, so he's pretty much just knee to foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Knee to ankle, yeah, basically.
Yeah, ankle. And foot is a separate thing, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so traditionally, Predaking was, the tiger was one entire arm, minus the hand. The bird was one entire arm, minus the hand, and then the wings obviously would separate.
Go in the back, yeah.
And then the rhino and the bull would be
were the legs,
the shins, and then their little back cannons became the guns, or the feet rather. And the lion was the torso and upper legs.
I forgot he became upper legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the lion would always have like Godzilla thunder thighs.
Yeah.
Because he's got to support all that. So so that's that. Maybe let me grab a. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so I just grabbed a bunch of pictures.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
It's better.
Nothing. Just laughing at how you're bouncing through all this stuff. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with him. I have him.
Yeah. And, you know, we love him.
Yeah.
For what he is.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the cartoon. Which...
Wow. Yep.
Was great.
This 80s animation at its
Finest.
Something.
Yeah, somethingest. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, here's Feral Rex. This is the fake version.
The fake version?
Yeah, so this is a knockoff of Feral Rex, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. Colors are a little wonky, and I just wanted us to take a look at the design overall.
Yeah.
And how it looks, how it holds up, etc. How it compares in our minds and hearts. It's a very impressive sword. I really loved how the sword was done.
Sword looks nice.
So, yeah, very, very
it's
cool.
Not holding it, but... Alright, well, I guess it kind of is, but...
Not holding it. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell what was going on with his arms.
Whose arms? Feral Rex?
Yeah. They look rather beefy.
His arms are very, very beefy, yes. So, on Feral Rex, basically, the tiger's legs just hang out on the side. So
well, that's fine. I'm more worried about, like, where's his elbow? How much can that move?
His elbow's here. It can move a decent amount. Not great. Maybe 90 degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a flaw, but...
Well, but he was also, like, one of the earliest third-party combiners.
Oh, yeah, it still looks great, and again, I dabble in trying to design my own Transformers, so I understand the complications of robot to animal to limb.
Yeah.
Like, it's difficult to do all that and still maintain posability, and I'm sure even more so when you actually get to a production stage where you have to worry about, you know, cost and things like that.
Yeah. So then after that was the Boyd.
Okay.
I want my board. So, as you can see, not bad in my my estimation. If I zoom in, does it zoom in on yours too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Now the thing is, with the size of these figures being as they are, this wingspan we started estimating in the in the boards and everything. The wingspan alone was going to be like almost 30 inches across.
Okay. Wow, and okay, the bird actually looks pretty good.
So then, so that was the digital. Here's what you're getting, and then.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Oh, that's the actual thing?
That's the actual thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Still looking good so far. And from what you were saying, I was totally expecting the wings to come out stumpy.
Wings did not come out stumpy.
Yeah.
The wings are enormous.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the wings are like 26 something inches across. They barely fit through a standard doorway when they are fully spread out.
Jesus.
So, he's a very...
And yet... well, yeah, and also, I have to admit, usually one of the big downers for me on Predaking is the bird.
Yeah.
Because, and again, understandably, it's supposed to be a robot, then it turns into a bird, then it's supposed to turn into an arm.
Yeah.
So he's usually a major chunk fest.
Right.
But this looks like a decent, fairly slim bird.
Yep, they did a really good job.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how that's actually going to turn into the arm.
It turns into the arm great.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm just, again, and like your viewers won't know this, but because of my, how I view Transformers and trying to design my own and everything, I'm usually quite good at figuring out how they transform.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime I'm like, I'm not sure how that's going to work, that's actually kind of a good sign.
Yeah.
It's either really bad or really good, I guess. Because either it means it's not going to work, or in cases like this, I'm sure it is going to work, and I'm just going to be impressed and not really see it coming.
Let's see if I can actually get this to work here. So apparently when I save a new photo, to the same folder that I'm showing you, it doesn't do it. So
it probably won't show up in the slideshow until you reopen that thing. Yeah.
So I just gotta shoot back over.
Okay.
Share it there.
Wow.
All right. And now everybody viewing online can see it too.
Yeah.
I don't know why you disappeared from OBS, but all right.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's worried about seeing my face. Okay, yeah, so I can see, got the bird head at the top. You got his chest is there as the shoulder piece. I'm guessing those are the arms on the sides. And at least the bird feet are kind of hanging out the back of his elbow.
Yeah. So he transforms very similarly to Ferocious the tiger.
Okay.
Where the legs, the bird legs, well actually it's a little different than that, because the main part of this kind of stays together when he's in bird mode. It's hard to explain. But anyway, yeah, the bird legs like fold back on themselves and go back so that he's got basically elbow claws, which also is awesome. And Ferocious has the same thing, where his cat claws turn around the same way.
Interesting.
So he's got cat claws on one elbow and bird claws on the other. And everything like tabs together nice and tight.
Yeah, see, Well, I wonder with posability if this could even be done, but I would have just maybe had the claws turn the other way to be almost like, almost function more like Batman's spikes on his gloves. Like, basically go with the arm in that direction rather than against it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
But I guess they could just be, also viewed pretty much just as straight elbow spikes. But I mean, either way is fine.
Yeah, I think part of it was probably that they didn't want to hinder the arm, the hand movement at all, or
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I think it could be done without hindering it, but it doesn't matter. That's more probably just my personal preference of design look, but not one I think is bad by any means.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think also if you keep in mind that the big arm cannon that forms out of all the guns will probably attach on the side of the arm as well. So, although I'm not exactly sure where, but somewhere.
Wait, so he's also got a big arm cannon in addition to the sword?
Yeah, well, Predaking traditionally has, like, he's got the big sword and then the big arm cannon on the other side.
Yeah, okay.
So that's Firmament, and that's all that's been released up to this point.
Oh, wait. You're missing something important.
The other half of the crab. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crab is complete.
Oh, wait, so both parts of the hand form one crab?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought just the one hand was a crab, and I wanted to see what the other hand turned into. But...
Oh, no.
Okay.
So it's both hands join at basically the wrist. Like,
gotcha.
Like that. And then the thumbs actually become the claws. Okay.
That explains how they did it a lot better, but, and yeah, okay. That's cool.
So then they
So now, technically, he's 7 members, right? Sort of?
Yes. Technically, he's 7 members.
Because they threw in a monkey and a crab.
They did throw in a monkey, which we'll get to.
Okay, but so far so good. And these are all ones you have?
Those 3 are the ones I have, yes. Correct. So this is the next one due out.
Okay. And how long has it been since the last one came out?
Firmament came out... It's been a few months.
Okay. Holy crap.
I don't think it's been that long. So this is the lion.
Okay.
So what are your first impressions on this?
There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool. It is also very Zoid-esque.
Yeah.
So very Zoid-esque. I don't know, but I'm kind of digging it.
Okay.
It's very anime. Huge cannons.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell much of what's going on with the lion face, but...
So, lion face actually, yeah. It's got a unicorn horn. Which a lot of people have said they don't really like.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I mean...
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah. So from this initial image that we got, I wasn't digging this guy so much. First of all, the face to me looks almost like Beast Wars Silverbolt.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to make out, but looks kind of like he has a cat face.
Yep. Actually, it just kind of looks like Tigertron.
He does look a little bit like Tigertron. You're not wrong.
That's again why I'm kind of like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I wasn't huge on these big weird shoulder things, and then these other big shoulder things.
Yeah, I can't tell from this exactly what's happening, which is why I don't want to be too harsh on it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's
because a lot of it I'm just like, I don't know what that is.
It just felt like there was too much happening here.
Yeah.
And that this guy was either going to be impossible to get out of his own way and like pose.
Oh yeah.
Or he looks almost super scrawny in comparison to all the crap that's attached to him.
There is definitely that. I am seeing that more now when you zoomed in.
Yeah.
But I think also part of the reason I initially was like, I'm not against this is he looks just like it's just kind of anime version of Tigerhawk.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, it's all right. But yeah, no, I see. Yeah, the arms look very scrawny compared to how much backpacking he seems to have going on there.
Yeah.
I would do something about that. But again, I'll with prototypes, I try to be, not be too harsh on them, because who knows how close to the real thing this is going to be.
Yeah, so...
Well, I guess.
All right, can you see it now or no?
Not yet. It's a gray square.
Okay. All right.
Oh, there we go. There's stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, gray square's back.
That's not what I wanted to show you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, hold on a second.
Planning, Rob. Planning.
Well, because the problem is, it doesn't let me, click on it and open it. If I click on it in the folder, it opens a new window that it's not sharing with you.
Okay.
So I have to go to the Skype window and tell it to share that particular window.
Or, in the future, beforehand, make a folder and label them all in order so you just scroll through. But, oh, shit, okay.
So they colorized the render.
Okay.
My other big complaint with this figure character was that it looks like the lion doesn't have a neck, which bothered me.
Well, you got the gray square back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Also, there's a whole lot of gold happening right here.
There is. I mean, I'm not typically a fan of gold, but, I get the aesthetic. Lion, gold, he's the leader, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing. And the next thing, while I see what you're saying, and you might be totally right, he's also got, numerous neck spikes for his lion's mane.
Oh, for
sure. So
he's got everything happening.
Yeah.
All at once. And then they showed us the robot mode as well.
Okay.
I believe with the cannons are folded down on its back.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. I like the legs. Those look good.
Now, do you have a problem with him not having proper robot feet and using the lion claws, or you don't care?
I don't care that much. I mean, for me, usually when I have a problem with that is a lot in Beast Wars, where it's just laziness and we didn't bother to do much of a transformation. You stand up on the lion feet and it's his feet.
Right.
That's laziness. For this, he's got so much going on that I can't. I imagine it was less of a laziness issue and more of a we put our focus elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
I get it, and honestly, I give it a pass as well, because I understand that this also has to become...
Yeah, the legs and a torso, or well, at least a torso.
At least a torso.
I don't know what's going on here anymore.
Turns out, though, I will say, having seen the full combined mode, the legs themselves, the feet, aren't really a part of it, so they could have gotten away with doing something if they wanted to. But
okay.
Honestly, it really doesn't bother me in this instance, because it's not like it's bird feet where it's big claws coming out the sides or anything.
Yeah, no, they work. They fit with the rest of the aesthetic. He is from the waist down. He kind of reminds me of Leo Convoy.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I think that works.
What do you think of the head?
I'm still trying to figure out the head.
Yeah. It still looks like a Beast Wars character, just not necessarily Tigatron anymore.
Oh yeah, not Tigatron at all anymore. Is that just a big red mouth? What?
I think I want to say it's comes down to a point and then goes up, down to a point and goes up, and then he's got a gold chin strap, so almost Rat Trap-esque.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to make out.
Interesting.
And then yeah.
Again, yeah, I question why the arms seem so much thinner compared to the rest, but I imagine that's a transformation issue.
It could be. It could also be that this is a render, so, things haven't quite been fleshed out yet. So
that's fair.
Recently there was a toy show or an anime show where they actually showed off prototypes of these figures. So
okay,
I'm gonna try and get those now. So here we have a more solid look at the actual lion.
Ooh, I like the cannons. Those are cool looking. I'm guessing the nose horn is a weapon?
It is. It is removable.
Well, that's a plus, because I like it less as the weapon.
Yeah.
Than when it was just a little, red horn.
Yeah. I think it's still going to be clear red, I believe, but...
Well, it's less about the that it was clear red before. It was a bit more of a solid thing.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's clearly I have a knife coming out of the front of my face.
But
I'm not...
It's also been confirmed that you can plug it here on the middle of the mane.
Okay.
Which might be better.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, the first it might have been better for me if it was came out a little more forward and was more just a cone or something.
Yeah.
Or if it came with a couple of different things that you could plug in as attachments, like guns or
Maybe. Again,
or if
I
it
liked
swept
it
back more, even.
Yeah, if it swept back more might help. But in those other shots, when I say the clear red, it just looked like a little here's a spike or kind of like a spiny jewel or something.
No, I'm pretty sure it still has the. Yeah, it's hard to tell from there. It could very well be that way.
Yeah, that's not even the best picture of it
Yeah.
that I was thinking of. But yeah, that is just I'm storing my knife in my forehead. It just with that little groove on the back and the shape of it. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, if you stick that in the back of the mane, I'm sure that'll be better off. Although I don't know what that leaves for the front of his face at that point, but
so there'll be pictures. So
okay,
it is very spiky. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's spiky, all right.
He's a pointy boy. Now up here on the cannons, you can see these little slots. You can actually slot the wings from the bird in there.
Okay.
Well, that's how they attach in the combined mode.
Oh, okay. I just thought they were going full Zoid.
I mean, you could just full-on Zoid's fusers.
Yeah. I'm not against that necessarily.
No, I'm not either. So yeah. And then this is what they had at the show.
Okay.
So you can kind of see his face is still pretty obscured. Every picture of him is he's hiding from the paparazzi. Because his mane is just always up over his face, which may be a flaw. Maybe it's something you can push down a little bit. Maybe the head comes up a little bit more and it's just weak because it's a prototype. It can't sit up that high.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it does also look like those two of the pieces, at least on the sides there, look like they're movable.
Yeah,
some of this go down on his shoulders more.
Yeah, these pieces right here look like they might be on ball joints.
Yeah.
These look like they're on ball joints. So hopefully stuff can kind of maneuver out of the way. Here's a slightly better image of his head, but it's still kind of blurry. But you can see the plug at the top here.
Yeah, that's
where you can
fine.
put that knife.
Yeah, get the hell out of his face. So can all that back package come off then?
Yeah, the cannons are removable.
Okay, and that looks like it takes more than just a can. Or no, maybe.
So he's got these, which are thrusters. which can fold down on his back. I believe they can also turn around, and they're like cannons.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Because, yeah, I'm more...
Here he is without the horn. And the horn is plugged in on the back, it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely looks better in the back. I like it with that little nub bit better than the knife
the hole's weird.
Yeah.
The good thing is I bet somebody will come with like just a 3D printed piece you could just plug right in and like smooth that out.
Yeah.
Which would be good.
I don't know
maybe they'll add that to the thing, because a lot of people don't like the knife.
Yeah. I'm
not a huge fan of the hole either. But
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I prefer the hole over the knife, but
yeah.
Both of them just leave something to be desired.
Yeah, I mean, if it's colored correctly, maybe it'll look enough like a gun and like integrate into the body enough that it's not as noticeable, but if it's dark enough,
Yeah.
So again. Yeah. Now you can see the kind of thrusters in the back there.
Yeah, I guess it was more... I was thrown off because those initial renderings, he seemed to have like a ton of back package, and now it doesn't seem as bad as originally it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, they definitely cut it down a little bit, because he had those weird shoulder things coming up over here, and then the more that were like more towards the back. So looks like they all integrated into these little shoulder things.
Yeah.
And the arms certainly look thicker now.
Yeah, the arms look better. The other ones, it did kind of give him a weird cape feel that I was kind of okay with.
Well, I think part of that is that they had the cannons just down on his back, which I think you could still do. So you could probably still get that look for the most part. Maybe.
But either way, he's looking pretty good.
There may be some duplicates in here.
I do... I mean, that's fine. Well, fine for me. I'm guessing this one is kind of after... This one was made after they changed hands? That's the deal?
Yeah, all of the figures are made after it changed hands. Like, some of them were designed beforehand, but they were all, completed after.
But yeah, I'm kind of wondering if he was partially designed after.
I don't think so.
No? Because it does almost feel like, two of the same people were on there, but they missed that third guy that helped smooth some of the things out, and
I mean, it could be, because it does look slightly off from the rest of the group.
Yeah.
But that could also be partly because they had to figure out how to get him into a torso, and then it's like, well,
that's all true. That's all true.
There's only so much you can do. So, who knows? But as long as it's colored correctly and, fits in with the rest once it's actually in colored plastic. This is the next one that's supposed to release, and it's supposed to come out, January or February.
Oh.
So...
He's still really cool, though. Now, the head... Do we know what the deal is with that?
The head?
Yeah. Predaking's head, I should say.
Oh, what about it?
Is that gonna be in there? Is that
another
crab?
It is in there. It is not another crab.
Okay. It's in part of him.
It's in here somewhere.
Okay. Alright, I'll wait and see.
Yeah, so moving on to what I know you've been thinking about.
The monkey.
The monkey.
Yeah.
The monkey.
Well, yeah, is the Rhino not out yet?
So the Rhino is going to be the last one.
Oh, the last one to be released?
Yeah, as far as I know. That's what it's looking like.
Okay, but let's... Oh. Okay. Alright. That's a Robo-Monkey.
It is. It is indeed. Thoughts? First impressions?
It's a Robo-Monkey. It seems alright.
Yeah.
arms seem a little short, maybe, but it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not much to tell from that, and it's not, like there's not a whole lot to go on. It's a monkey. It's Robo.
I do want to point out for my viewers, and you, I guess, the vast majority of these images were taken from Show Z store, which is where I've purchased all of these figures so far, with the exception of maybe one. But all of the ones I have on pre-order at Show Z store, they have really great prices. They have really great customer service. This is not a sponsored episode. I just do really enjoy working with them and purchasing from them. Not working with them. I don't work with them. I just purchase from them. But they've done me good so far. But I have taken the majority of these images from here or TFW 2005. I took them from the boards there. So credit to all those guys.
Yeah, but Show Z. Sponsor them.
Yeah, there you go. Do that.
All right.
Anyway,
but no, I mean, he's fine so far. There's just really not much you can say from that.
Boop.
Okay. Yeah, again, why Optimus?
Why does Optimus have a dick? Is maybe the question here. Or an elephant on his chest that turns into a stick.
Yeah. What?
It's a weird design choice. Honestly, it's a weird design choice. I know a lot of Japanese robots and stuff have these.
Yeah, not quite like that. That is a bit much even for them. I mean,
yeah.
Did they decide all right, we're gonna make him Optimus Primal, but we want to make it clear that he's a bad guy now, so we're gonna try and channel old school Megatron and just give him a huge dick. So it's got a nozzle, man. That's
and that is pretty much the first impression that people had when they saw this. But overall, it still looks like a fun robot.
Yes,
it looks like a cool figure. Personally, I like the fact that they have different hands for the gorilla and the robot mode. It's the same arms, but the hands flip around, so you get bigger, wider hands for the gorilla mode that are still appear to be fully articulated.
Yeah. Honestly, it took me till now to really realize that because I was so distracted by the rest of it.
Yeah. Well,
I did notice that. Yeah. I like the hands. Don't
get it.
Oh, Jesus. I like the hands. I like the little, basically where they had to put it in a joint to flip the arm pieces back. They made it, rather than just be a thing hanging off, they made, little guns there. That's cool.
Yeah.
He's got decent shoulders, some thick, cool-looking feet.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I do it's not just, I'm guessing it is just the monkey arms become the monkey, or the monkey, arms become the robot arms, and the monkey legs are integrated into the monkey, or the robot legs.
Yes.
But, they didn't just make it, the monkey feet become robot feet, the monkey hands become hands. They took the effort to actually transform it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So let me get to some actual shots of the prototype.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Wow, and looks okay.
So they got rid of the Optimus looking face.
You saw somewhat.
Well,
it's still a little Optimus-like.
It looks even more. So it looks more different.
Yes.
At different angles.
Okay. It's better. I mean, again, that's probably just more nitpicky. Because whatever, the face is the face. I just didn't Like, I don't need Optimus to be part of Predaking.
Yeah. You'll notice he has double
like
cannons now on his arms instead of the single cannons.
Yeah, they changed that, which I don't want to say I like it or dislike it. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him before. I like him fine now too. It seems like he has more mobility of his hands, which is cool. So it's probably better. He looks like he's very posable. He looks like a decent, solid figure. I guess he's got a cool sledgehammer thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I mean, it's me. I just hide the dick and maybe change his face a little more.
Alright, so, yeah, now, just initial thoughts seeing this guy.
Mm.
How do you suppose it transforms as part of the body of Thunderking?
I mean, it's hard to say because now they're throwing in a whole different element.
Mm-hmm.
If it's me, the number one thing I would do is probably turn him into, like, maybe that whole chest piece becomes the pelvis.
Okay.
And then his legs become the thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Or possibly his arms. I would guess the legs, but maybe because of the monkey arms, those are pretty thick. Those could be the thighs. So that would be my initial guess.
Well, okay, if you were using his arms, what would you do with the legs?
With this figure, it's hard to say. Judging by the shadow, the silhouette that they gave us,
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe they come up into his chest, and that's where you get some of that bulk.
Hmm.
I would also maybe try and fold them back and help fill out the torso so that it's not all the lion, so the lion can be a better chest.
Okay.
But that's if I was doing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you right now that it's the lower legs become the thighs.
Okay.
And the arms, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm really not sure. Because the only photo, like, we've had photos of the completed figure, but they're prototype photos, so I don't know if they can go in all of the ways that they're meant to, or, Okay. So basically what we've seen, and you'll see it in a little bit, is that the arms have been basically put around his butt. Like around the combined mode's butt.
Okay.
And that these kind of hang out as, like, hip skirts. Like the shoulder pads.
Okay.
Are, like, on the hips. So
it's not far off from what I was talking about. I probably would have rather, from what you're saying, if they're just hanging out so he's grabbing his own ass, that's a bit weird. I would have them maybe try and go up into the torso.
Yeah.
But
that was my thought too. So I'll show you in a bit. But it's also weird, like, looking at how many hinges and stuff are up in these shoulder pads.
Yeah.
That don't seemingly need to be there for it to transform into either gorilla or robot mode. You have to wonder, like,
why they're there.
Yeah, why they're there. Like, do these turn into, like, a hip skirt for the combined mode? But let's check out. That's another whatever.
Yes, that's just a cool looking figure. Like, if that was put out as a new
just
Optimus
a standalone
Primal, yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the dick is an issue, but
when is it not?
I mean, I guess with monkeys, it's always kind of a problem.
Yeah.
It's interesting gorilla face, but does he have a jointed mouth as well?
The gorilla mode, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, zoom in more on that. Okay, yeah, that face is definitely looking better.
It looks to me like it looks more like
Dinobot?
Dinobot, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that I'm okay with. That's a lot more. Because again, even if it is you could argue it's very derivative of Dinobot, but like, it's on a gorilla, it's in a Predaking guy, so it adds it's enough elements to remove it from the original source.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And everything. So plus,
yeah, and that's the thing. This is not Optimus Primal. It's just that picture they gave us of Optimus Primal was the only thing we had to go on for this.
Exactly.
For the longest time. So we just called him Optimus Primal, or like, Negative Primal, or I don't know, but
Nemesis Primal.
Nemesis Primal, yeah.
Because also, again, since it is the new member, and he doesn't even have an original name you could call him by, I guess the closest you would get is if you wanted to throw an ape face.
So here's the thing. Question for you and the viewers.
Did they name him Ape Face?
No. What should we name him? Like, his third-party name currently is Thorilla.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe because he's got a big hammer.
Yeah, I see it.
So, is that a good name? Do you think we should... What's a good Predacon name for this character?
Oh... That is tough, because I am terrible at naming, so this is my weakest area. Okay. Like, I'll design 12 different guys for you before I want to name one. I would maybe throw something in there about Silverback.
Okay.
I don't know if, Silverback might be too just, blatant and obvious.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough.
Did you have any thoughts on it, or?
Not really. I mean, I was gonna just shorten it to Tor. Name him after Tor Johnson.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would. The only thing I would think is I would start by leaning towards using things like Silverback or like Brutal, because gorillas can be just, they're savage, they're brutal.
Yeah.
Obviously, Silverback gorilla. But I don't know. I'm just awful at naming things. Ooh,
I don't think there'll be any silver on him. Is the thing.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, first of all, even for a Silverback gorilla, like, I'm guessing he's going to be red, black, and gold like everybody else.
Yeah, probably.
But, like, depending on his monkey form, if you just do, most of his back is black and you put, like, the gold stripe down the middle of it, that kind of qualifies. Mm-hmm. I like his little gun there, though. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see, like, what he looks like when he's actually in color.
Yeah. Yeah, he's seeming really cool there. It's weird with the little headpiece.
Yeah.
Not bad, just weird. Oh, and the head opens. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like. I'm not sure for what it might be, like. So people are trying to figure out how this guy transforms, like, as far as, into the whatever.
The legs?
The legs, the crotch piece and everything. Come to think of it, this looks like, right here, like this may become part of the hip skirts for Predaking.
Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe his head, like, splits down the center here, and, like, the front half goes in here and the back half goes in there or something.
He could very well be. Yeah, see, like, if you send me some of the photos that we've been looking at, and I spend a while kind of flipping back and forth through them, I could probably figure a lot of it out. But
Yeah.
I don't want to, we don't want to waste your viewers' time with me doing that. But oh yeah, that's he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although wait, go back. So wait, now he has the guns in his gorilla form?
Yeah, he always did.
Oh, the arm cannons were always there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were only showed up when he transformed.
Yeah, I don't know if they can, like, fold in or not. I mean, judging by how it looks like you could fold them in if you wanted to. But I really don't know. Because there's obviously a pin right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't know.
So, yeah, he does. Okay.
So this was just, like a fan coloring somebody did for him.
Yeah, someone trying to figure out how it would look like.
Not official, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's neat. Did they color the other form too, or?
That's from Malcontent Man, everybody. If you want to know. Did they color what, the gorilla mode?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wondering.
Yeah, you can see the cannons are...
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Poking out here.
Huh. Okay.
So that's the gorilla.
Okay.
Which some people are divided about. They're like, I don't want no extra members. And I'm like, it's fine with. I don't have a problem with it.
Some people are more purists. I get it.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on to the Rhino.
Yeah, I will, again, kind of, not to keep well, okay. Interesting.
You were saying what?
Well, just, not to keep harping on, but as someone who tries to design stuff like this, and everything, I can tell people that from just about every angle I've looked at combiners, you're way better off with 6.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because 5 is way too hard on one of those dudes who ends up being, like, everything.
Typically, I'm like, the more the merrier. But there are some factors to take into account here. Every member you add is another full figure you have to purchase.
Oh, well, that's, yeah.
And at an average of $150 a pop.
Oof. Yeah, I definitely get that part.
Yeah. Also, that's a lot of space to have to devote. Because you've got, the more and more members. These are all, like, large masterpiece scale figures.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are these going to go? So yeah, you gotta take all these things into consideration.
Yeah, this might not be one you can display on a normal basis. At least not combined.
Or you'd have to display it combined, like.
Or that, yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna fit inside a DcomPrime shelf, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But neither are the figures separately. Like currently, I have the 3 current figures that are out on one DcomPrime shelf, and they're taking up the entire space.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd have to split them up or, figure something else out. So this is the Rhino, who everybody just assumed he was going to be a recolor or slight retool of the Bull.
Okay.
It does not appear to be that way. It appears he transforms similarly. He has some similar, like, ways that he does the things that he does, but you can see it's a completely new completely new mold.
Which I'm glad. That's cool. That is okay. Good chunky feet. I like the big feet.
Yep.
Powerful forearms. I like that. I like the little shoulder spikes and the elbow spikes.
Yeah, people started to get concerned. They're like, oh no, does the head split apart and become the shoulder pads? Because originally we had just seen a silhouette.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, you could see in the other form those are on his his shoulder bits, whatever, in the robot mode or Rhino mode.
Yeah. The thing about the Rhino is it's a cool looking figure, but it's just not that much to say about it. It's like,
yeah. Well, that's kind of how it was with the gorilla at first too, but
yeah. They did have him on display as well.
Okay.
Although you can tell it's a pretty rough prototype.
Yeah.
The mouth on this one doesn't open, which is interesting. Which it does on all the other figures. So I'm not sure if that's just a prototype thing that's going to be added after, or if he's just not going to open his mouth.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
But you can tell it's a rough.
Yeah. I will say with him, I'm liking the head on the back a little less.
Okay.
Again, I know that's how it was with the original and everything, but that's one where I would maybe try and push it down more and pull it out more, if that makes sense, to fill out his shoulders to make him look bigger and broader and stronger.
Okay.
But
kind of like how they used the horns on the bull, like they pushed him down and kind of filled it out. Okay. I mean, you could even, like, if this transforms similarly to the bull, in theory, you should be able to just, like, twist the head around and lay it on the back if you wanted to.
Okay.
In theory, which may or may not be any better, but...
Yeah, I don't know, but... I mean, that's, again, that's more my personal preference, not necessarily a, issue with the transformation.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But yeah, he seems like a good follow-up to the others and to the original.
Yeah, he does look like a nice, chonky...
Yeah, he looks like a good Rhino.
Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah, very similar, but not, not the same exact thing. Which makes sense, because they're both forming leg parts and everything. And
yeah. Pretty much how the arms were, too. Very similar transformation, but not the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah, arms, you get a lot more variety and everything, just because, one's a bird, one's a cougar, or a saber-tooth tiger. But whereas you would, the similarities between a bull and a rhino, you expect more of it to be the same. So I'm glad that they, took those little, took the time to make those little details, make it a little different, and unique.
And viewers, if you enjoy this video and you want us to discuss the next topic I have, please let me know in the comments. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and we'll do the next thing, because I want to talk to my brother about these up here.
What is Dinobots of some kind?
Which is Cang Toys' next project.
Are they doing Dino King?
Yeah, sure, yeah, Dino King.
Or what is it called?
I don't know what it's called. It was Volcanicus.
Okay.
The Dinobot combiner.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have any prototypes or anything, but they had these images, which are... I want to get your take on them.
Okay. We'll either save that for another video or just for ourselves if everybody doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, well, we can do another video about it, whether people care or not, I guess.
That's just fair.
Yeah, so that's this guy. So,
yeah,
those are all the members.
Okay, and not even like prototypes or pre-images or anything of what Predaking will look like together.
Well.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
So.
What you got for me? Uh-oh. I don't like this pregnant pause here.
I'm switching the screen.
Whoa, wait, what happened now?
What do you think of that?
What is happening?
What do you think of that?
I'm so confused. All right, so first of all, is that a wolf?
It's a wolf.
Why do his shoulders look a lot like his face?
Why do his shoulders look like his face? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess points that I was able to recognize it as a wolf.
Yeah.
So that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now what's so... okay. Huh. Okay. Now we're kind of getting into, I don't know what's happening and I'm not sure why we're doing this. I mean, he's not bad. Yeah, this is definitely one where I'd like to spend more time to try and figure out just how he's transforming, because so far it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of... it doesn't look like there's a whole lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, again, with combiners is somewhat understandable, but at the same time, the less, you know, you put into it, the less interested I tend to be.
Well, you also have to remember, yeah, this does have to become 3 things.
Yes. Although, that gets into the question of, what are the 3? Is he the head?
No.
No?
Nope.
Is he the ass?
I'll give you a hint.
Is he a thumb? Is he a foot?
Well...
Sorry, give me the hint.
I don't know if that actually helps or not.
Not really. Is that a foot?
That's a foot.
Okay. Okay. He becomes a shoe.
Becomes a shoe.
Oh, so we're adding more guys now. So there's...
Yeah. So how many feet?
Because he's just 1 foot, right?
He's just 1 foot.
Okay. So we got another whole foot to go.
Correct. Now I will say, is the feet are just this mold.
It's the 2 wolves?
I believe they said a wolf and a hyena, so they may change the mold slightly.
Or they may change their mind and say wolf and a jackal, and there's not really a big difference. So
they may have said a jackal actually instead of hyena. I don't know.
Either way,
I think initially I thought they said like hyena and jackal, but either way,
it fits better as a jackal for either.
Two of these guys.
Oh, yeah. See, that's more of a bummer.
How so? Why exactly?
Well,
specifically?
Okay, it seems unnecessary. You don't need that for the foot. Like, you just, like, you already got the big chunk and leg there. If you can't, you know, throw some weaponry or whatever, you know, one of those backpack cannons and make it into the foot, you know, I don't know why. But if you are going to throw in feet, like, that's where you decide to just kind of be lazy about it, and you're gonna make 2 of them, but it's the same mold, so now you gotta buy like another $300 for figures.
Now here's the thing:
2 the same thing.
Here's the thing: the reason these are shown together is because this comes with this.
Oh, okay.
And the other one comes with the gorilla.
Okay, that's better.
That is better, but then you have to ask...
There's still more money than
how much is the price going to go up on the lion because you have an entire another figure.
Yeah. Actually, that might even make it worse because now you have to get that.
And I know, yeah. Well, that's the other thing, and this is what's causing, I think, the most division amongst everybody. Because the crabs are like, that's fine, whatever. They added a couple extra parts so the hands transform. That's cute.
Yeah.
This is like fully engineered figures that are like, these are, I know they're smaller, but they're still like 7 inches tall each.
Mm-hmm.
They're not small. They're smaller than these giant things.
Yeah, and that seems like a lot just to become a foot.
Yeah. And just to become a foot that is not that impressive looking to me.
Yeah, I can't... I'm still not even sure what's going on there.
So, Predaking famously has cannons for toes. That was like his big thing.
Yeah.
So they kind of have this sort of, I guess these are cannons?
Yeah, but they're not that good at cannons.
Yeah.
Plus the spot in between there just
very ugly. I know.
Yeah, there's like
Totally
nothing going on.
Agree. But again, these are early prototypes, so they could totally change.
Yeah. And honestly, it looks like, from what I'm seeing so far, and it's hard to tell because, you can't see too much, but I almost feel like this picture is backwards.
I know, a lot of people did say that, but no, it's not.
Oh, I believe you, and especially because it makes sense when you're talking about his toe cannons and whatever, but, like, again, those aren't very good cannon toes for anything.
So, I'm trying to reserve judgment until we see, like, color pictures and, like, full
for
production.
Sure.
But, yeah, it is a little bit, it's a little bit extra, to be honest.
Also, yeah, that just hit me. One's a wolf, one's a hyena, one's a jackal, whatever. They're the same mold, and they're going to be the same color.
Yes.
So what the fuck? It doesn't matter.
Potentially. But if they give each robot an individual head...
that's something, I guess. But,
yeah.
And they could also do some color swapping, because you're playing with the same colors, the red, the gold, the black, but you could put them in different ways, I guess. But
yeah. But, they do have it shown here where it's like... So if they give them different heads and different chests, I think that would help too.
Yeah.
Because they already show, like, you can move the feet around, so you can have it either, like, the claw feet or the non-claw feet.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a little bit of a difference you can do with them. I like these, like, Wolverine claws he's got going on.
That's cool.
Like, they look like fun little figures.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, it's going to be another $100 tacked on to whatever, and then
maybe, possibly.
Probably going to be another...
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, another half an inch to a ginormous figure.
I'm fine with that. More. Make them as big as you want. I'm cool with that.
Well, you were the one talking about taking up space.
Yeah, I'm not worried about vertical space as much.
At this rate, you're going to have to get this thing a bed.
I might. So yeah, one comes with the lion, one comes with the gorilla.
Oh, can you go back one from... because that was lion mode. Never mind. Okay, you can continue. Okay.
And then, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so,
And are you sure the head is in the lion?
Yes, that was confirmed.
Okay.
By the company.
Because, with the silhouette and the lack of, neck and much of a head, noticeable head there and stuff, and B, the way we're just tacking on guys, it would not surprise me if they were just like, one more.
Yeah, that wouldn't really surprise me either.
That one I would honestly might be more okay with compared to the feet. And hell, for that matter, if you make a smaller one for the head and 2 small ones for the feet and sold that as a separate package, that would have been a better deal. Because then you're probably paying roughly around the same price as the other figures, because they'd be smaller and, more manageable.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what he's supposed to look like in the end?
So this is the first, like, one of the first rough images we got, yeah. of this guy.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, with all the lettering and everything, and you cut off the image, it's hard to tell some of what's going on, but...
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too bad. Oh, okay, and so that's supposed to be the head?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
He's an angry man.
I don't know why it went to this image.
This one?
Yeah. So I'm hitting next, and it's not going to next. It's just randomizing.
Oh. Did you ruin the surprise?
Apparently.
Can I tell you another problem I see, though? Yeah, it's clear that the gorilla is forming the crotch, because there's that dick.
Yes, he does still have the dick.
Why? Okay, there's our
I don't
guy.
know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, somebody really wanted to get that dick in there.
I mean, who wouldn't? All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's try this again. All right. So what happens now when I hit next? Nope, still just goes to the... All right. Okay.
Was it Okay, so it doesn't seem to be randomized. It seems to be skipping some for some reason. I'm guessing is the deal.
Could be.
Well, because I don't think it's random if it went to the same image again. I don't know why it went to that one next, but... Were you able to open the, just open the image you wanted to show me? Oh, okay.
Alright, so... Yeah.
Why? What?
So this is just decided it's going to open whatever files it wants to. So just gonna have to bear with me. So that is the completed Predaking. At least this the dirty dangler looks like it's maybe pushed all the way in the back here. More like a tail.
It's less prominent, but that's still...
It is weird. It's a weird design choice. Also, I should note, they're doing a tiny version of this guy as well.
Aww.
That's a discussion for another time, perhaps.
Does that actually? Do you know if that actually combines?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, I do.
And somebody went crazy with the wings there too.
Yeah. And the whole dang thing is only as tall as one of the members.
Yeah.
Of this one.
That's awesome, but also confusing. But that's, I guess, yeah, that's a story for another time. No, but these are the wings I was talking about. Like somebody just
I don't know what's up with the wings. Trying to make it look bigger, I guess, or
yeah, that's how they wanted to display them. That's fine. Oh yeah, and there's those feet.
The feet, yeah.
Yeah, that's not very good looking.
What, the feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Might be better if they're in the same color as, like, the hands, maybe? Like, so you don't see as much of the weird, almost Michael Bay detail?
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
It might help, but yeah, it's more the fact that, yeah, you're seeing in between the toes, and, okay. Well, in between the toes there is just, like...
Yeah.
Not unfinished, but it's clearly, like... Yeah, you're not supposed to be looking at that part.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think they need to do something.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, even if they left, like, the wolf head, I think it might be better.
Oh, definitely.
Like, just, like, so it looks like a sphinx, or it's like standing on two sphinx.
I mean, again, it seems like that's not the goal, because like you said, if they're trying to keep the aesthetic of the original Predaking with the cannon toes,
Yeah.
then you don't want something in the middle, which I get, but having this, like, not even just nothing, but, like, again, it's behind the scenes, like, here's the tab where everything got clicked in.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just not good looking. It's just,
yeah, it is
even
very strange.
Even just throw a panel up there to kind of hide it and, like, make it look better.
Yeah. So then, of course, here's the gorilla again. I'm just gonna go through and see what this wants to show you, and I'll just...
Okay. Luck of the draw here.
There's that again. So here's the whole team together.
Except we're missing feet and
feet.
monkeys and
foot's right here.
Oh wait, no,
foot's
okay.
Right here. Monkey's here.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Yeah,
now. Those
three
the ones that are out.
ones are out here.
Yeah, in the back.
Crabbo is here.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All 9 Predacons. But you can see here how they do look a little bit different, at least just with the switch feet and whatever.
Yeah.
No, did they do something different with the knees, or is that just... I don't know. It's hard to say.
It does look a little different. I don't know if that's just, again, much like the feet, it's how it's transformed, or if there's actually, like, a difference in the design.
Yeah. But I will say the team looks cool together.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a lot of space taken up.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, yeah, no, it's not just it's not just that these are in the back. You can tell by this guy that this dude is bigger.
Yeah.
He's so wide. Jeez.
He's pretty wide.
He's like as wide as this dude is with the wing cannons on the sides.
Yep. Also, the other foot there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the legs are like pushed in.
Okay. Oh, they half transformed it or whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's like that for the other form, and they usually come up when they form the other side. Because if you look on the side on, it's my right. I'm not. I think yours too. But one is standing a little taller. The one with the normal robot feet.
Yeah.
And the robot knees.
Yeah,
he's a little taller. So yeah, it's just how you transform it. Which, again, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, again, I don't mind the whatever 9 members we got now. That part is not such a problem. I still think the foot thing seems unnecessary, and especially, like I said, since they don't look very pretty, but...
Yeah.
Whoa. That's looking pretty cool, though.
Here's his back.
Okay.
So, you can see how the gorilla's arms are, like, just crumpled up.
Yeah.
The cannon's, like, facing. So my thought was, it looks like you could probably fold these up to kind of fill in this space.
Yeah.
And have the cannons pointing forward.
Yeah, my guess is they probably didn't do that because that might restrict posability of the waist joint, but you could probably do that on your own and then just, deal with it as much as you want.
Yeah. But you can see here that the lion legs just basically, like, here they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish that had more going on.
I mean, it's possible you can do something else with them. Like, again, we have to remember that these are prototypes and probably very fragile.
Yeah.
So
that could
it
be.
could also be like the back panel, which because this in theory should be like the other side of the gorilla guy.
Yeah.
In theory, but it
Maybe.
looks like empty kind of space. So maybe that like broke, and they're just like, just fill it in with the arms.
Yeah, it could be.
Give him saggy butt cheeks.
Well, yeah, I guess technically that could be the same for the feet too. Oh, which by the way, yeah, apparently that's why we can't have the Sphinx heads you were talking about. They're hanging out the back there.
No, those are these. That's these. That's the tail.
That's the tail?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, you can see in the front. If I can get it. You can see from the front the neck is flipped back with the head up down.
Yeah. But all right, so his tail, his shoulders, and his head all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, again,
yeah, you can see it here too.
After I was saying before, I don't rag on the prototypes too much. I'm now doing that a lot, so I'll back off.
No, I mean it's okay.
Well, no, because it's not really fair. Like they, until we see the finalized thing, I shouldn't be that rough with them.
Yeah, sword's pretty giant looking.
Yeah, a giant sword. That's cool. I mean, all in all, he looks pretty cool.
Yeah. His eyes light up. Which is fun.
Yeah, and the feet aren't terrible or anything either, so... Yeah, nice gorilla there.
Yeah.
Got quite the team.
I like how the bird's wings spread almost the entire team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, I mean they look cool together. It does look like a collection of Zoids, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. But nothing against some Zoids.
I'll flip through here. Just trying to see if there's any new stuff here. So yeah, we can get a little bit better view of the head. First of all, you think the head is too small for the body? Or you think it's okay?
I think it's alright.
Yeah. It is small, but I think it's okay overall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one where I probably would have gone like, maybe just a, tiny bit bigger, but...
Yeah. So it looks
But again, I imagine it's just what they had,
yes.
Room for and everything, and...
So it looks like the gorilla's shoulder pads do, in fact, fold out and around the sides.
Yeah.
But there's got to be something better you could do with those arms than just leaving them hanging back there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it seems crazy to me because when you look at how the arms, like the arm robots and the leg robots transform, like everything comes in tight together.
Yeah.
And in this, they even had like extra to play around with because they have two separate figures becoming those things. But
well, that's again the problem with all this kind of stuff. Like you were talking about with the, it's prototypes and like how fragile they are and unfinished they are and all this other stuff. So I don't know how much of it is lazy design work or if it's just, something they couldn't showcase at the time or something that's unfinished. So, we'll have to wait to see a finalized product and see, because much like with the, most of the shots now that I'm looking at it, since you showed me this, but the lion feet just hanging on the back there, it seems like it should just be like something where you at least tab them in somewhere so they, aren't just flopping about.
Yeah. You can see even on this image, like they don't have the shoulder pads like pegged in and
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, so it is, maybe it's just something they couldn't do at the time, so who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, and how do you feel about this?
I'm not sure what to feel about that. Like, the open mouth is throwing me.
It can close.
Okay, that helps.
Which I guess should leave just a serrated, like, tooth line, and then these kind of up here. Yeah, I don't know. It looks really similar to, like, Soundwave from the Michael Bay movies.
It does. But not too terribly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it definitely... I see where you're getting this, the Michael Bay Soundwave, which is not a great starting point, but, because I am not a huge fan of those movies, which I'm sure your viewers will come at me for that, but whatever.
I don't think they care that much, but alright.
But, yeah, I would like to see it with its mouth closed and have a better idea what's going on there.
There is... Oh, that one still is the mouth.
It's hard to tell.
There are closed mouth images. I just have to
flip
through them.
You don't have to drive yourself crazy.
The wolf looks pretty decent overall.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And,
they're not bad, I guess I should say.
So it's not super high res, but you can kind of get an idea here.
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, I'm cool with the eye line. It is very sound wavy kind of, thing, but that's fine.
How do you feel about the lion chest? How the mane kind of works out?
That's working. That seems to be pretty good.
It almost seems like these pieces right here should be flipped up so they cover more of this.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll make this too thin. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're on ball joints, so I'm sure you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, and that's, again, one where I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be or just how it is currently.
Yeah. Because we don't even know who set this up. Like, they may not have been...
Yeah. We've seen enough things where they totally mistransform stuff and all kinds of crap, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that already looks a little better. Chest-wise, at least.
Yeah. Just get rid of that damn horn.
Yeah.
It's not even a horn, it's just a combat knife stuck in a lion's face.
Yes! Yeah. That's one where you'd probably be better off even just without it, because the hole will probably look better.
I mean, it might be that once it's like just clear red plastic, you don't really notice it that much.
It might help disguise it, but it's still going to be weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever.
But yes. So that is what we got. The 9-member combining team.
I mean, it is cool. Shit. And they're what? You said 150 each?
That's been like
Roughly?
That's like the high average. I mean, I honestly paid like 98 for this guy. Maybe 110 for this guy. He was more expensive because he's got the huge wings. I think I paid 150 for him. So, if they keep it to around 150 for this guy, and then go back down for this guy, I'll be happy with that. But
yeah, just that's a pricey figure set.
Yeah, it's just my thing is like it's kind of out of left field. Like all of a sudden, in order to complete the combiner, you have to get these guys.
Yeah.
It would have been one thing if they came out with like regular feet with these.
Yes.
And then it was like, oh, or you could get these wolves. And to be honest with you, I might get the wolves. Because they're kind of cool. But I don't like the idea that it's like not up to me anymore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, there's no real good solution there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was, but not now. But yeah, it should have been a, here's some weaponry that becomes a foot. But hey, if you want, you can buy some wolves.
Yeah.
They form feet.
I get it. That's their creative choice, and I'm totally down with that. But
Yeah.
just let us know from the start. Before I'm 3 figures in and.
But yeah, that says to me almost one of two things happened. One is because, like you said, the company was kind of going under, and they had issues, so they were just like, let's throw on some more guys so we can.
No, because it's a totally different group now. It's like it hasn't been that company since like.
That doesn't mean they don't want to make more money.
Of course, they want to make more money.
But the other thing is, and this is more likely, I will admit, than that one, which is someone got really excited about this idea.
That's probably much more likely to be the same. It's like,
was like, oh, how do I actually make that work? Yeah, okay.
It's like, oh, everybody really likes the crab hands. What else can we do?
But I was also thinking just more like, okay, so I got the legs. How do I make these feet? Fuck. Okay. Well, and especially since the bull's already out, I don't know what point this all came about, but like,
I don't know.
He didn't send a foot with it, basically. So Correct. It was like, well, all right, I was gonna have the feet come with a lion, but I realized like I can't just put a ton of weaponry in there that makes a foot. That's gonna be awkward. What if I just make it another guy? Like,
could be.
So.
Yeah, well, that is the. Yeah. That is the current state of Cang Toys Thunderking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, that's going to be the end of this discussion video. Like I said before, if you guys enjoyed it, want to hear more, want to see us talk about the Cang Toys Dinobot Combiner team or the Legends Scale Thunderking Combiner team, please let me know in the comments. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you want to support the channel so I can afford all these things. Please consider joining my Patreon for as little as I think $2 a month or something like that. It's not crazy. But either way, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.